Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. We're back in the green and jumping into things real quick. You can see that this portfolio is ahead of the S&P by 1.7%. So that's pretty good. That's good news. Most of these funds that I hold have had a pretty nice recovery since the big tariff drop that happened in April. So that is nice to see. It's nice to see some share price recovery as well as the dividends on something like USCL. So my holdings, USCL is still my biggest position, and with the dividends, they actually dropped them in May by 2 cents, and for June they raised it back up. Now, who knows if it's going to stay at 26 cents. I think there's still a lot of volatility and everything like that in the market, and things are probably going to be a little bit shaky for a while. So I'm not trying to rely on that, but 2 cents down or up either way is a pretty significant amount when you hold, several thousand shares. And unfortunately for me, I sold my property. I sold one of my properties at the beginning of the year, and then I made a large purchase of 4,212 shares at $24. And I bought all the way down, as you can see here, all of those bubbles I was buying on the way down. But what that one big purchase did was skew my price. So my capital is down 10,000 just because of that one large purchase. But that's part of being a long-term investor. I'm not really that worried about it. I'm getting about 1350 a month in dividends from this one. It's one of my main S&P 500 style index holdings, that and HYLD. And so I'm really not that worried about it. All of these funds, I've got really nothing going on with any of them that I'm concerned about. Even HHIS has been hitting its 25 cents like clockwork, and I think that's really an amazing fund as well. One change that I did make to the portfolio was I picked up BCCC, which is a Global X Bitcoin covered call ETF. Now this one's pretty unique. It pays twice a month, and I think it's the first one in Canada that pays twice a month. So there is no dividends posted yet on this app, but I did get a dividend payment yesterday. I think it was 14 cents a share. So this one went straight into the TFSA for some Bitcoin exposure, and I think that's a good thing for the portfolio. As far as my incomes go, we're getting close to that $5,000 a month, which is pretty exciting. That's going to be a really, really nice milestone to hit, and also close to that $60,000 annual income. So those are two pretty big milestones that I'm excited for, and they're coming up really, really quick here. One thing I will add is that I am selling property off. I was pretty deep into real estate investing, had a couple properties. One of them's already sold, and the other one that I have we're actually living in, but it's got an offer on it now. So within the next month to 2 months, I think this portfolio will get a nice injection, and my wife and I will be renting a place. But I really think it's worth it because I feel like the larger your portfolio is, the quicker that dividend snowball can grow. And this style of investing, I feel like, is the best way to achieve financial freedom in the current day and age we have, where things are very volatile, things are very much changing on a day-to-day basis. And I love having professional fund managers who manage these ETFs and they manage these investments, and they're diversified with great dividend track records and all the rest, right? So I don't know, in my opinion, it's the best way to generate cash flow or reach that financial freedom if that's what you're after. Like in my case, that's what I want. So anyways, guys, that's the portfolio really, and there's not been many changes with it, just the one purchase of the Bitcoin ETF. Everything else, I consider these my stable funds that I really don't plan on ever selling off. Canoe, the yield is pretty low now compared to everything else, but I really don't want to sell it. I think if I were to sell anything, I probably would sell it because I could make a capital gain on it. But yeah, I don't plan on selling any of these, just buying more. So That's my plans, guys, and that's the portfolio. And if you like this video, please do me a favor, hit that like button, and I'll catch you in the next.